You know what's interesting? Sometimes the most powerful truths hide in the simplest moments. Picture an old woman. She's past her 100th year, yet there she is, cutting grass under the morning sun, not struggling, moving like someone half her age. This isn't a fairy tale. This actually happened. And when people started paying attention, they discovered something remarkable. This woman wasn't unique in her village. Others lived the same way, strong bodies, clear minds, deep into their second century of life. What did they know that we've forgotten? Here's what's worth noticing. While some people live to 100 and beyond, others struggle with their health at 50. Same human bodies, same basic needs, yet completely different outcomes. The difference isn't genetics. It's not luck. It's something much simpler, something you can start observing in your own life right now. If this speaks to you, join our community of those walking this path together. Subscribe to continue this journey of discovery. Ancient wisdom teaches us something profound about the body. Think of your cells like a garden. When you constantly add new things, the garden gets crowded. Weeds grow, old plants die, everything becomes chaotic. But when you give the garden space to breathe, something beautiful happens. The earth cleans itself. Weak plants make room for strong ones. Everything finds its natural balance. Your body works the same way. Inside each cell, tiny helpers wait for the right moment. When they get that moment, they spring into action. They clear away what's old. They repair what's broken. They make space for what's healthy and new. The question is, when do they get this chance? Watch how nature operates. Trees don't grow constantly. They have seasons of growth and seasons of rest. Rivers don't flow at the same speed always. They have times of rushing and times of gentle movement. Your body follows these same rhythms, but most of us never give it the space to complete its natural cycles. Think about this. When do you stop eating at night? When do you start again in the morning? For most people, the gap is tiny. 8 hours, maybe 10. Just enough time to sleep, but not enough time for the body to do its deeper work. Those long living villagers did something different. Not because someone told them to, but because life taught them wisdom through experience. They followed what ancient teachings call eating until 8 parts full. Not stuffed, not even completely satisfied, just enough. This wasn't about rules. It was about listening, paying attention to the body's quiet signals instead of the mind's loud demands. Here's what happens when you eat this way. Your body gets what it needs, but it also gets something else: space. Time. The chance to turn inward and begin its repair work. Compare this to how most people eat today. Breakfast at 7, snack at 10, lunch at noon, another snack at 3, dinner at 6, something sweet at 8, maybe a late night bite at 10. The body never gets a break. The helpers inside your cells never get their moment. It's like having workers who never rest. Eventually, they get exhausted. The work piles up. Things start breaking down. But when you give your body longer periods without food, everything changes. Think of it like cleaning your house. If people keep walking through while you're cleaning, you can't really finish. But if everyone leaves for a few hours, you can do a deep clean. Organize everything. Make space. Create order. Your cells work the same way. They need uninterrupted time to do their best work. Now, let me share what deep observation reveals about timing. Most people think the magic happens during sleep. That's partly true. But the real transformation occurs in those quiet hours before dawn, when your body has been fasting for 12, 14, 16 hours. This is when your cellular helpers work hardest. They've had time to clear away the day's waste. Now they can focus on repair, rebuilding, making everything stronger. But here's what typically happens. The alarm goes off. You immediately eat. This sends a signal: stop the repair work. New food is coming. The helpers put down their tools. The deep cleaning stops. Just when it was getting to the most important work. Those wise villagers discovered a different way. They learned to extend this magical window. Sometimes 12 hours, sometimes 16, sometimes even longer. During this time, their bodies weren't just surviving. They were thriving, getting stronger, repairing damage, literally rebuilding themselves from within. What foods support this natural process? Observe what grows simply. Root vegetables that store energy slowly. Leafy greens that provide minerals without overwhelming the system. Bitter plants that help regulate the body's energy use. These aren't exotic foods. They're simple, whole foods. The kind that grow from the earth without much human interference. Notice how these villagers filled their plates. Colors from every part of nature's spectrum. Purple roots, green leaves, orange vegetables, white beans, each color providing different tools for the body's repair kit. But they were also wise about what they drank. Not just water. Special teas, brewed slowly, sipped mindfully throughout the day. This wasn't just about the tea itself. It was about the rhythm, the pausing, the mindful attention to what goes into the body. When you sip tea slowly, you naturally eat less. When you eat less, you give your body more space. When your body has space, it can do its deeper work. Even their first meal of the day was different. Instead of heavy food first thing, they might have fresh vegetable juice, just a small amount, with a touch of healthy fat to help the body absorb nutrients gently. Then they'd wait, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, letting the body wake up gradually, transitioning slowly from the repair state to the nourishment state. Everything had rhythm, purpose, attention. Here's what's sobering to consider. In recent years, the younger generation in these villages started eating differently. More processed foods, constant snacking, late night meals. Their health outcomes changed too. They began experiencing the same problems as people everywhere else. This proves something important. Longevity isn't about genetics, it's about choices, daily practices, how you work with your body instead of against it. But here's the hopeful part. If changing these practices can diminish health, then returning to them can restore it. Your body's repair systems are still there, still waiting, ready to work the moment you give them the right conditions. So how do you begin? Not with dramatic changes, not with strict rules, but with gentle observation, small adjustments, working with your body's natural wisdom. Week 1. Practice eating until you feel about 80% full. This isn't about measuring, it's about paying attention. You should feel satisfied, but not heavy. Content, but still light. Week 2. Gradually extend the time between your last meal and your first meal. Start with 12 hours. When that feels natural, try 14, then 16. Let your body guide the pace. Week 3. Transform your morning rhythm. Instead of solid food immediately, try fresh vegetable juice or herbal tea. Wait 20 minutes. Then have a light meal focused on whole foods. Week 4. Make your main meal a celebration of nature's variety. Colorful vegetables, healthy roots, simple preparations that let the natural flavors shine. What might you notice as your body remembers its natural rhythms? In the first week, energy that stays steady instead of spiking and crashing. Deeper sleep as your body settles into repair mode. In the following weeks, mental clarity that wasn't there before. Skin that looks clearer, clothes that fit more comfortably, even without weight loss. Over months, strength that comes from within, fewer minor aches and pains, a sense of vitality that others notice. This isn't magic, it's simply working with your body instead of against it. Giving it space to do what it naturally knows how to do. Ancient wisdom teaches us that the body has incredible capacity for self-renewal. But only when we provide the right conditions, not complicated conditions, simple ones. Tonight, as you finish your last meal a little earlier than usual, remember this: you're not just changing when you eat. You're awakening repair systems that have been waiting for this signal, perhaps for years. You're reconnecting with wisdom that has sustained healthy, vibrant people for generations. Take your time with this practice. Be patient with yourself. Small, consistent steps create lasting transformation. Nature doesn't hurry. Seeds don't become trees overnight. Rivers don't carve canyons in a day. Your body's healing follows the same gentle, persistent rhythm. Trust the process. Honor your body's wisdom. Give it space to do what it does best: heal, repair, and renew itself. If you're ready to walk this path of natural healing and inner clarity, subscribe to continue this journey together. This is just the beginning of rediscovering your body's innate wisdom.